Hello.
Hey.
No.
Are we doing introductions?
Yep.
I'm Seamus.
Tonks.
I'm Charlie.
I'm Jenny.
I mean, since the chat are asking each other, how is everyone here doing today?
I'm great.
Doing pretty good.
Okay, I had a little incident in my project today, but
Do we want to know what sort of project?
well, usually potions, but it was transfiguration this time. I was trying to turn like my cereal bowl and spoon into like a cauldron and big spoon, and it turned it into a microwave somehow, and like spoons aren't supposed to go in microwaves. Do you guys know that? It's like a muggle thing.
I do
Sorta.
now.
Yeah. Dad.
Yeah, like
gives us
it's supposed to
weird
cook food for
facts.
you, but you can't put metal in it.
But isn't the microwave made of metal?
Yeah, so you would think.
That is true.
This is confusing.
I'll have to ask Dad next time I see him.
Yeah.
He'll probably know something. Charlie, someone's asking you who your favorite dragons are currently.
Well, the ones I'm working with at the moment, I have a Bahamut named Everest, Vishap named Odin. I don't know. The Phallic named Taro is a lot of work, but he's great. Yeah, just any that I'm working with currently. To all, how are your current partners if you have any? Does anyone here have a current partner?
Hello, just me. Okay, Luna's doing good.
It's complicated.
Mr. Wow, I forgot how to speak.
So try again.
You know, I'm not sure I do.
Okay. I think this is the one you were looking at. Mystical Sims asks for us, me and Charlie, to just think one of our siblings is done. Is that the one you were looking at?
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'm trying to think. There's so many. When you have a lot of siblings, there's like just so many different things each and every one of them have done.
I'd say
I feel like the
probably
go-to
time,
answer is Fritter George.
sorry.
I feel like the go-to answer is Fritter George.
I feel like for me it's the time Percy tried to explain to me how laws surrounding dragons and dragon keeping worked.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to think of like something specific, but Fred and George, it's like anything that they do
Yeah.
can be classed as stupid. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Hazel the writer asked us to all, if you had to choose one of the Weasleys, excluding present company, to go on an adventure with, who would you choose?
That's to us as well, right?
Huh?
That's for us to answer as well, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely go on an adventure with Bill. I feel like we
This is
can
excluding
cause
present
trouble.
company, so I'm gonna go with Bill as well. Otherwise, I would pick Charlie.
Yeah, I was gonna pick Charlie. And I was like, I feel like I could get into some fun stuff with Fred and George, but you just feel like a third wheel at that point. So yeah, probably Bill too.
I would pick Ginny, but if it can't be Ginny, probably Mum.
Oh yeah, I feel
Like,
like
you
Mom.
know, take Mum on a cruise, get a couple pina coladas in her,
She would
get
definitely
it to the
enjoy
karaoke.
that.
I feel like she would just knit the whole time.
Yeah, but have you seen how dangerous those things are?
I know.
I feel like she would definitely enjoy just going to different restaurants and seeing if she can recreate the recipes.
I mean, you know, I'm out in Romania at the moment. Sometimes we're out for days at a time camping, so if Mum's putting the bill for a nice restaurant, I'm not gonna say no.
Solangelo 58 said to all thoughts on Ron not being able to reach the pedals.
What?
Did we not tell you the story about how Ron and Harry stole the car and then drove to
Isn't that
Hogwarts?
that flying car?
Yeah, the
Mhm.
flying
Originally?
dad's flying car. And people were laughing because he was 12 and therefore could not reach the pedals of the car.
You know, that is a good point to bring up. Like, when Mum sent me that letter about it, I was a bit confused.
Yeah, it does sound
Yeah,
like more something Fred and George would do.
it does, but apparently it's because the wall at platform 93 quarters like closed, like they couldn't get through it. So instead of waiting for mom and dad to come back through the walls, they just stole the car. And then Ron got a howler for it, which is pretty funny.
Oh, that was so good.
But yeah, and they littered the Whomping Willow.
You know,
Well, will be fine. It's strong.
yeah. Mum thought I was stressful going through school, but you guys.
Mm. So this question is a very complicated answer for me. So I got asked my thoughts on 4-star, which I'm pretty sure is Remus and my cousin Sirius. And I think they're really cute, but they do have a lot of issues they never really got addressed. That made me sad. So do you guys have any thoughts on that?
I mean, we didn't really know. I'm serious. I didn't really know much, but I didn't really know much about his relationship with Professor Lupin.
Yeah, they were kind of before my time going through Hogwarts, and then
Yeah, they never really got
I-
back together.
yeah, and I stay in Eastern Europe for the most part, doing what I can over here, so haven't really got to know the guys.
I mean, Harry tells me some things, but not much.
Delangelo58 asks, to all, favorite class?
Well, lately it was transfiguration because I thought I was doing pretty well with it, but clearly didn't go so well today.
I enjoy Charms. Charms is a good class. I also am kind of like defense against the dark arts, but Charms, I'd say it's further up the list.
Mine was always Magical Creatures, so
I think mine's definitely defense against the dark arts. I kind of made that my career.
it's your favorite type of cheese. I don't know why that's a question, but you know, a good cheddar, I guess.
You don't really eat much cheese.
No, I am very lactose intolerant.
I learned that
Yeah.
the hard way.
Never really kept much around the house because really would always go and eat it, even though he couldn't and would throw up. But I don't know. I guess cheddar would be the generic one.
I definitely enjoy Peppa Jack.
Yeah, I feel like mine's the same. It was like, oh, it's like a Havarti with like jalapeno in it, which is kind of close. Hot. spicy cheese.
I mean, I have a question for you guys. This is, Ginny's heard this 1,000 times. Like, this is my favorite icebreaker question. What's everyone's favorite type of dragon?
I'm not answering because you already know my answer.
And I've told you, a Lego dragon isn't a real dragon.
It is in here. Okay. You're gonna break my little itty bitty heart.
Ginny,
Yes.
I'm your brother. I know that's not going to break your heart. You're terrifying.
I don't know whether to take that as a compliment or not.
Probably.
Okay.
I enjoy the Ukrainian iron belly.
Good. Good choice.
Chinese furgles are cool. Like interesting looking.
Solange 58 asked to all if you had to be restarted into a different house, which house would you choose? I don't know. I think I would like maybe Hufflepuff. Yeah.
Everybody's so nice on Hufflepuff.
Yeah. Like I don't think I'm smart enough to be Ravenclaw.
I feel like I get made fun of in Ravenclaw.
Yeah,
Probably do
I do.
Gryffindor. They seem to have cool parties.
I don't think
Compared
I'd
to
really
other
do
houses.
well in any other house. Like Ravenclaw, I would never get into the common room.
Yeah,
Slytherin,
that
well,
role is hard.
yeah.
It's also probably one of the easiest to get into if you know the correct answer.
But it changes all the time, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it changes like it's either every day or every time someone answers it.
Yeah. I just get Luna to let me in.
Mm.
Not that you should sneak into other common rooms.
But like you should.
But yeah.
It's never happened before. You might enjoy Hufflepuff, Charlie.
I can see you as a Hufflepuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like Gryffindor pushed me in like the way that I needed, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Like doing Quidditch and everything for Gryffindor with that. Because all of the houses are pretty competitive, but Gryffindor takes it to a whole new level.
Yeah. Quidditch is definitely her thing.
Yeah, having that pressure definitely made me a better flyer, and that in turn really made me way quicker, which I do need here.
Clearly.
Mystical Sims asked, my little sister Ginevra, did you play with Legos as a kid?
I hate that you full named me. That makes ooh. I hate that.
Inevitably.
The answer is yes. We had a lot of like Muggle toys as kids because Dad would bring stuff from home work even though he wasn't supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I grew up playing Legos.
Yeah, he had like a weird phase when like Bill and I were the youngest. That was just if he can work out what something was that was like a Muggle object, he would hand it to us and see whether we could figure it out.
But you
As
guys
kids,
have a
the
whole
amount of
trunk.
times I got electrocuted.
Yeah, I'm very glad that stopped by the time that me and Ron were kind of born. I'm sure Fred and George thrived off of it, but
I think it did something to them.
they're
Don't you guys have like a whole trunk of Legos in your attic or something still?
we do, yes. They've been up there
Probably.
for since I was younger, though. I haven't touched them in years.
Yeah, I try to avoid the attic. Never
The
know
attic,
what's up.
some of the gnomes get into the attic, and so when it's dark up there, it is
And the
scary.
banshee.
Yeah.
Hey Seamus, there's a question for you. Do you want to
What's
answer it or?
Uh, is that a ship name for me and my friends?
I think so.
Yeah.
I mean, no, he's like, yeah, he's a really good friend. He's my best friend. And like, if I got sorted into another house, like, I don't know what I would do because, like, he's the only one that hangs out with me really, and help me get through school. He deals with my this.
Are you good, man?
Yeah, great.
Okay.
So is it a like they were roommates situation or like, oh my god, they were roommates situation?
We
Wait, we are roommates.
But are you roommates?
I don't think you know what that means.
Oh no.
This supposed to mean something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's okay, explain this way. Me and Lena are oh my god, they were roommates. But me and Rainy, as an example, are roommates.
No, the we're just roommates.
Okay.
Yeah. From Slancho 58. Wow, this is messing with my brain reading it this way around. Best George and Fred prank.
Oh yeah. Ooh, why?
Oh,
I've never seen their names placed backwards.
no. That made me feel like someone was walking on my grave, huh?
Ooh. Biggest pranks. I feel like there's so many.
I kind of like the one, it was a bit harsh, but like on, do you remember like a week before Percy's first day of school? Like first day at Hogwarts. And they got one of the owls and just basically it was like a letter from McGoogles saying, you know, that he'd been fast tracked to already be prefect in his first year.
I did remember. He was so excited.
He was. He made his own prefect badge. It was harsh but hilarious because it was delivered by our own owl. Like, you could see Fred in the garden getting the owl to take off to come over. Prefect was spelled wrong in the letter.
That one's a pretty good one. There was that time they flooded the girls' bathroom. The Moaning Myrtle's one. She was like really angry. And yeah, like no one could go in there for like a year or something because she was just like, you know, her like water trick thing she does.
Yeah, I think this is, like, I was hard to pick. There's been so many funny ones in front of like the entire school that were good. Like when they put their names in the goblet of fire, and like there's like 4 other schools there, just like represent the school. You got like 2 old men running down the aisle.
When they took
Yeah, because it was like, nope. I like Boba Tones was like, what? Why am I here?
Quite enjoyed when they snuck into the greenhouse and they stuck all these notes all over. That's some really random questions, and then they waited to see if someone would answer them.
the ones they come up with are like they're so stupid. Only Fred and George come up with them. Yeah.
Oh no, Ginny, I have opened the floodgates on you getting questions about Lego. I am so sorry.
Yeah, I know. I keep avoiding that. The answer to all your questions is yes. I don't know what they are, but the answer is yes.
So you do accept that Lego dragons aren't real dragons?
No. I stand by my argument. Okay. I don't care if you have like, you're like, oh, I'm a dragon specialist. Get out of here with that. Okay. I am sticking to my guts. It's really like my life.
Everyone is having a crisis about time.
I mean, it's an illusion.
There's also a question about gender, which is also fudge.
Gender is a social construct.
Yeah.
It is.
Mystical Sims. So all thoughts on how time travel is technically real without a time turner, you just go from one hemisphere to the other. No! That's not how time works. Like, you
No.
may leave somewhere and land at the same time somewhere else, but they have still experienced the same amount of time happening as you have. It's not sudden time travel. I have thoughts on this.
Yeah. Plus,
We agreed on
everything we know about time travel is that everything that will happen has already happened. So even if you travel somewhere else, like, it's already happened. You're not going anywhere. I don't know. Math is hard.
Maths is so hard. It's why I stuck with dragons. I may know what a phalange is and how to tell the proximal from the distal ones, but I do not know how to do my 7 times table.
Yeah, we have very simple math at Hogwarts.
It's only if you like pick it as an elective as well. So
Oh, arithmancy is hell.
no.
I would advise against taking it unless you really need it for the career you want to take.
Okay, but like, what is 4 times 7? I genuinely don't know.
4 times 7? Maybe.
Okay, 2 times 7 is 14.
Would it be 28?
Okay.
I had to add
Yes.
14 and 14.
Oh yeah, 14. I'm so mad we didn't get put in Muggle school before I went to Hogwarts.
I don't think that would have helped us, honestly.
Probably not. Okay, the chat is yelling into this 28.
Yeah, the chat got there before we did.
We didn't do maths. So.
All I know
English.
All I know is the shortcut for doing the 9 times table with your fingers.
It's Charlie's favorite thing to do. He sits at the dinner table and does this with all these.
No, don't say it like that, because now they're gonna think I just spent all my time at the dinner table like, no. This was only if mum and dad were quizzing us on times tables. Because all I know times tables is the 2 times table, the 5 times table, 10 times table, and the 9 times table. So it would just be, if we were doing the 9 times table, I'd be there and they'd be like, what's 3 times 9? And I would be like, 27.
He would like do the hand thing as well. Like he wouldn't just. He would hold it up so we could see.
Yeah, because then I can see the gap.
No, don't want to ask for math problems. You just have like a.
No.
We don't know maths.
No.
Don't like muggles at school have like teams just to do math? Like one of those things.
What do you mean?
I don't know, like they like get a bunch of people that are good at math together, and then they go to like other schools, like some kind of Triwizard tournament, but then like they just do
yeah,
math.
they do. Yeah,
Gross.
but they do math.
Yeah.
That just sounds complicated.
Yeah. Like if you're doing like a Triwizard tournament for math, at that point you can do a Triwizard tournament for anything. Like you could do a Triwizard tournament for me identifying dragon modes. You can
You'd
do a
probably
Triwizard
definitely win.
tournament for eating McDonald's. Let's go.
I definitely think the actual Triwizard tournament was a lot harder than that.
Yeah, like do they if they get a question wrong, like is there threat of death?
Do they have to
I
do an
don't
impossible challenge to get it wrong? No, it's
They're
just my
asking those
questions.
math questions.
It is on maths. Someone did ask us any favorite vines. I really like the type that the Moldova grape like that type of vine. I think it makes a very great grape juice.
Oh,
Very sweet. Uh
that's
like
not the
has
kind
quite
they're
a nice
talking about.
aroma.
But okay. You got the spirit. Doing math. I'm gonna cry.
Don't cry. Craft.
Here.
I have not seen you in so long, Jenny. And the first thing you say to me is, I hate you.
Not the first thing.
And almost the first thing you say to me is, I hate you.
Pretty good. It lasted like 45 minutes.
Yeah, but
I
I'm
think
the
that's a
least
win.
annoying. I'm the least annoying Weasley.
That is true. That's why you lasted 45 minutes. When I did this one wrong, I lasted like 5. So
That's fair.
take it as a compliment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you moved so far away.
Yeah. That's the reason I'm the least annoying one, because they cannot easily get in contact with me.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
can't either. And I don't know how to hang out with boring people.
I mean, like, if I'm not in the field, I am contactable. It's just, if I'm in the middle of, I don't know, wrestling down a worm, trying to get him to take, like, some nausea medication, it's not usually a good time.
Yeah, that does not sound like a good time. Yeah, but then again, I also had all my training I had to do. Oh, so much running. Hogwarts should have PE.
We have Quidditch, Tonks.
I know, it doesn't help when I have to run.
It does if you fall off the broom and the broom keeps going.
Yeah.
Which has happened.
A surprising amount of times.
Yeah. But then also you had to go up all those stairs.
Yeah.
Very much. Yes.
I didn't very much.
The stairs up to the Gryffindor common room are tiring. Especially the disappearing step. Like why?
Yeah. like I get that like it was built in a more dangerous time where they had to like, worry about intruders and blah 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 blah. But like can't they have just done what other castles did and be like, okay, here it is. It's a clockwise circular stairway. That way it's less easy for people who are right-handed to fight up a stairway. Instead of just being like, you know what? You're never gonna know how to get to your common room. You're just gonna
You're never gonna know where you're going either.
no.
Well, things do move, which is so annoying when you're
Helpful at times, but also not helpful at other times. Like I think like for class because the stairway has moved in the opposite direction for my classes.
Yeah, there was like a solid 3 weeks, I think, in my third year where there was a stairway that led directly all the way down to the dungeons to potions class, and then it was just gone forever. My life,
Like a
once
small thing
you
for
witness that, everything is ruined.
I think in our second year, there was a doorway that opened like every Thursday, and it was a shortcut. Then it started doing it on Tuesday. So
I think the castle just like decides when it wants to do stuff.
Sorry,
Isn't it?
thanks.
I think it's definitely witnessed too much.
Steve.
Wait,
Squid.
The
what?
castle has witnessed too much.
Oh, I
Oh,
thought you
okay.
meant squid.
The squid has also witnessed too much.
Yeah. Especially of the Slytherins.
Yeah, isn't the lake like right outside their common room?
Oh yeah.
And giant windows on one wall. That I've heard. Like,
The squid knows
Yeah,
things.
I was like, how would you know?
I have connections.
Yeah, we've gone in that common room enough times.
It's also my mom. She was
I just snuck in there.
That sounds like
They don't notice if you put on a Slytherin tie.
I mean, I
Well,
know
I
that
mean, to be fair,
Ron snuck in as well.
like, Tonks, you can change appearance at will, and Ron was using forbidden potion allegedly. It's a bit more obvious when you're just there, pierced ears, ginger hair, rocking up in a Slytherin tie. Like, I'm not a Weasley. Why would you think that?
It's very hard to get away with anything with this color of hair.
Well, we made a potion that changes your hair color.
I'm too attached to my hair color. Like, my whole wardrobe depends on me having ginger hair. Do you know how few colors look good with ginger?
Yeah.
Very
That's why I don't have ginger hair that much. I enjoy pink and purple. So this is just something I thought of. If you could have any club at Hogwarts, what would it be?
Any club? Like, preferably, like, nice dance floor, bar serving, like, virgin cocktails, I know it's out of fashion now, but I like a good disco ball. Like, I'm not about this underfloor lighting on the dance floors anymore. I like a good disco ball. I like to be temporarily blinded.
And when we turn up the that club,
I think it would be a great club. So many people would turn up to it. Would you turn up to my club, Seamus?
Yeah.
Ha.
he doesn't count.
Why doesn't he count?
He doesn't.
Tonks, would you turn up to that club?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you
I
going
mean,
to say Tonks doesn't
I
count?
wouldn't know to it.
Yeah, well, you don't count, so...
Everyone's saying math club. No,
No.
that would be boring.
I don't think anyone would really be able to participate.
Yeah.
It's very basic level math at Hogwarts.
I mean, there's one class I won't blow something up in.
No,
There's already a
I
chess
don't
club.
trust you with that.
Yeah.
I'll blow up something in math.
I don't know, you'd be fiddling with the wand and just be like, yes, 4 times 7
Oh,
is
yeah.
28.
I'd probably just be like counting with it and yeah. Oh, I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I maybe
And
put it
what's-
away.
Can't
What's
put it
the
away.
number one? Yeah. What's the number one thing you need for math? Parchment paper. What's very flammable? Parchment paper. What should we not put together? Seamus Finnegan and parchment paper.
So
And
like just
quill.
Seamus and no classes.
Yes.
That's really simple. But there is already a chess club, so people want to join a math club and just join that.
I think a writing club would be pretty cool. Probably that's like a lot of parchment and ink though. My
Ooh, a
speed is
D&D club. Sorry.
and which are like muggle, which is not as expensive as parchment ink because
I just want to learn how to use weapons.
Tonks, you are the weapon.
you can just ask Mr. Filch. He probably tell you.
All right, Tonks, would you like to try the thumb screws?
No. That's a really good impression of it's scary.
No, but like, there's all these swords just hanging around the castle. We should learn how
I
to use
just read that the knights they just stand. They have like swords.
Yeah, they don't need the swords.
Yeah, that or an archery club. Fun.
They like a serious club? Like D&D would be so fun.
Maybe would be good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
like a few of the guys and I over here, like we've started a weekly session and it really adds something when, you know, the dungeons and the dragons are actual miniature dragons.
Yeah.
A brain is not the most important thing for math.
I think it is.
No, a calculator is.
Oh, that's the muggle like counting thingy.
That's the thing where you press the buttons so that it looks like the equation on the paper and then it gives you the answer, yeah.
Oh yeah. Then
What club was it?
calculator is the most important thing.
Yeah. What club would you run, Seamus?
Oh no.
Pyrotechnics?
Yes.
Be a thing because yeah, I'm the president of that club.
I mean, there's a show that's been showing over here, and it's basically science, but the goal of everything is to just try and blow something up. I think you could do really well at that. Just see, will it blow up?
Ooh.
You could do like a journalistic program.
Yeah. Well, like I've talked about this before though, it's hard for me to blow things up on purpose. I just kind of I guess all I'd have to do is try to cast any spell and it would just probably backfire. But usually blowing myself up. So
Just make sure someone's there to put you out if that happens.
Yeah.
That's the vice president's job.
that's what Dean does.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's Dean's job. Um,
Tobias asked if I have blown something up in herbology. I don't think I've ever done that.
there's a first time for everything.
Yeah, we don't usually have to use our wands much. That's usually when things go wrong. So not blown something up, but it doesn't mean I've not had accidents in herbology.
I mean, it looks like people are now beginning to suggest careers for you, Seamus, but I would say I mean, if you have a talent for blowing stuff up, just I would go into dragonology. Like, what's the worst that could happen? A dragon thinks that you're one of them and accepts you.
That's the worst case?
Well,
That seems like the best case.
Exactly. I mean, it depends. Like, if it's a Bahamut, they get very like over, like they will accept you as one of their own and then be like, no one touch you. It's like, do you remember that one a couple years ago? I had to like go on a run for like 2 months away from a Bahamut before I could come home for Christmas.
Mom was so mad. She didn't think you were gonna make it home in time.
I just didn't want to bring a dragon home for Christmas. I didn't think that was the person I should introduce to the family, you know?
I don't think she would have appreciated it. I think we're coming up on our time.
Yeah.
So if anyone has any last questions,
Any last questions for everyone?
it's always the heavy ones at the end. So lay them on us. Mm.
Do we want to answer the favorite flower question? Oh, wait. Oh.
There's that one.
What do you think is the best use of the room of requirement? Room of requirement. Room of requirement.
Do you want to try that again?
Okay, let me use the voice Mum uses sometimes when she gets annoyed.
No.
What do you think is the best use of the room of requirement? There's all the R's for you.
That's so spot on.
Your father's now facing an inquiry from work.
No, and it's even worse when you're there to hear it. And then her voice would switch when she talks to me.
Oh, Ginny dear, congratulations on getting into Gryffindor. Yeah. Got enough of those when it was me and Bill.
I'm surprised Fred and George haven't had loads of followers.
I think they just don't want to tell anyone that they get them.
I just think they bin them. They probably shred them.
Yeah.
But anyway, to answer the question. I do think the DA was a really good use of the room requirement. But I also think it's like when you want to get away from people, the library can be overcrowded sometimes. So I go to the room requirement and make my own little library and just do my work there. Especially because it's hard to do it in the Gryffindor common room because it's so loud.
I feel like the room of requirement would make a great room for anything, really. That's why it's the room of requirement, you know? But I feel like it would be great for, like, training young dragonologists on, like, dodging techniques. Because, like, we come into the field and we have the theory, but, like, none of the, like, practical stuff is actually there. So the amount of, like, kids you get coming in that have, like, third-degree burns by the end of the first week, I feel like that would be good. Or a club with a disco ball.
We could totally have your club in there.
You could have my club in there. Or sometimes, if you're getting chased down a hallway by a Bahamut, and go in there, and then they get trapped in a certain magical chest or something before you're supposed to go home for Christmas.
I feel like this
And
isn't
then
a
just leave them there with
what
a
if.
note on top saying "Do not open," and hope that no one does. Also, very good use of the room requirement.
No, I feel like a what if situation. Did you leave that dragon in the chest?
It is fine. I got Dumbledore's permission before I came on the grounds, and he said it was fine. And I told him that there was a dragon in a chest in Hogwarts, and he said, basically, he just went, very good. Happy Christmas.
I don't believe you.
No, it happened. I just don't think he was actually paying attention to what we were saying.
No, he definitely wasn't. So yeah, if you see a chest that says don't open it.
Yeah. At least
I
now I'll
would
know that it's a dragon.
definitely check anything you take out of the movement requirements.
Yeah.
Because I definitely know I've left some really unsafe things in there.
Well, that's a better answer than I was gonna give. I was just gonna say it's a good place to skip class or nobody can find you. Like me and Dean will just right in there.
Don't let anyone hear you say that then.
What? Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
I'll be like, Seamus and Dean are missing. I wonder where they are. Oh,
I guess
no.
you're the only one that matters that's hearing it right now. You're not gonna. You don't even go to school there anymore.
I could tell Mum, who could tell your parents. I don't know.
She would do that.
Technically, an authority.
Yeah, Tonks is an authority figure. I may be a jumped up guy who's basically been on his gap year for a few years, but Tonks is authority here.
Yeah.
Alex is the law.
Tonks
Well,
is
then hypothetically, if you were to skip class, the remote environment would be a great place to go to. Hypothetically.
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Don't worry, I skipped class a lot too.
Yeah, I don't think I ever actually saw you in class, Tonks.
Well, we didn't technically have all the classes together. It was mostly history and magic.
Hmm.
So boring after a while.
I will admit that class is boring.
Yeah.
If you listen really closely, he repeats stuff a lot.
And if you listen even closer, it's like holding up a seashell to your ear. You can begin to hear the sea, and then you realize you are actually like 50 miles away from the ocean and get very concerned about your mental health. Anyway,
I
I've
think
just
that's a
realized what
great
time
note
it
to
is.
end on.
Yeah. He also
Yeah.
doesn't notice if you're gone.
Yeah. He assumes you've died, and he's just like, oh, same.
Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
I think that's it from us.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for joining. Just because magic's real doesn't
mean
mean
science
science
isn't.
isn't.
Remember to drink water.
We are
Very
in a
important.
panoramic.
Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Social distance.
Look after your own mental health.
Remember to sleep.
Mhm.
Yes. Sleep is important.
And food,
Yeah.
too.
And don't open any chests that say don't open.
Yeah. Don't open anything that looks like it's been rolled in really bad handwriting. Which that's Charlie's handwriting sense.
Double check everything before you open anything.
Yes. Yes.
Signing off.
Yes, we're signing off there. Goodbye.
Hey guys, it's Liz the Radar. Thank you all so very much for hanging out with us today on this live stream. We will be going live again tomorrow at the same time, 2 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time / 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight